with us every single day. Do, 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 do. Ha, 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 ha. So I got this little bit of witchcraft in the mail today. I immediately washed my hands, grabbed a napkin, put it outside. I think it's really interesting. I mean, unless Turning Point USA is using, you know, all these, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions from Charlie Kirk. Because listen, you guys, we know that the Mormons, the LDS, who are the alphabet police, essentially, at this point, that's why they rebranded. Why not? We were Mormons, now we're going to be the LDS. Like, you guys, watch my videos on the Mormons. They have been gathering information about all of us and putting it into the cloud or wherever the heck they put these things, right? And they've been gathering all of this in the name of, like, genealogy, you know, to protect our heritage and our ancestry, but none of us gave them our permission that we know of. So they have all of our information. They have all of our addresses. They're working with the government. This is a lot bigger than just a non-profit org. This is a lot bigger than just Turning Point USA. So anyway, of course, I called on Emmanuel to come and help me, and I surrendered to God, and I prayed, and I appealed to the heavenly court, and I declared my authority, and I stated that they were trespassers, and I prayed God to break any spells, altars, just destroy them, dismantle all of it, close any portals, undo any harm that was done, send it back to sender, return to sender, or whatever demons or spirits might be attached, send them to the lake of fire to burn and never return. I prayed all of that in Jesus' name. And I started out by apologizing. It's always good to apologize first, right? So we always usually have something to apologize about by the end of the day. We usually have made some kind of mistake. Yesterday, I yelled at my kids, you know, lost my temper. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you got one. Let me know if they're sending them out to everybody around the country. Can you imagine how expensive that is? So yes, of course, I'm going to open it. I already prayed over it, so I'll open it, and I'll take pictures of it, and yeah. Weird times we live in. And now it's time for just another conspiracy theory. Hi friends, Gen X here with a very, very important PSA. If you get a letter in the mail from TPU USA or any of these other psychopath corporations, do not open it. And if you are going to open it, make sure that you have protective gear on and you're outside away from the home and where the kids play. Because guess what, friends? We still don't exactly know how they spread the last pandemic. Could have been through the mail. We know that they've done that before with anthrax. So annoying. I hope you're having a great start to your day. So it looks like the U.S. government system is starting with their effery first thing today. That's fine, whatever. I'll get it over with, right? So let's open this thing. Make sure that you have your protective gear because, like I said, we don't know what's inside of that. I shouldn't even be opening it, but I'm going to open it so you don't have to. I already prayed protection over it. You know, I'm putting this in God's hands. I'm outside. The bugs are terrible. Doesn't really seem like that helps either. So apparently we have like insane gnats here, so I'll just do my little dryer sheet out the back of my hat. Hopefully that'll keep them out of my face a little bit while I do this. So anyway, you know what? I have a better idea. package. So you want to make sure that you have your goggles and a mask or your headgear. So I also got my bag because we're going to immediately put it inside this bag and we're probably going to send it somewhere for analysis. So anyway, put your protection on. And now for your viewing pleasure, Joe Biden trying to open the mail. I'm gonna go to hell for this. I mean, it's okay to make fun of them, right? We still pray for them and stuff. I don't know. Let me know if you think I'm gonna go to hell for this. Look, they're not paying for the stamps. Look, guys, look how cheap they are. They want you to pay for the stamp. Well, Joe Biden's got a really big head. Just in case. Okay, guys. $35.50, $100, $250, $500, or $1,000. Well, heck, let's do $1,000. Woo! Personal reply to Erika, Kirk. Oh, it's got Charlie on it. Yes, you have my total heartfelt support. No, you don't. Look, it's a pledge. You say that if you agree to that, oh, guess who you're supporting? You're supporting the devil. Why does this mask look a little bit like Jeffrey Epstein in the reflection? Don't agree to that. It's a contract with the devil. All right, I'm going to take pictures because there's another thing in here too, and I want to be able to read it. See? So I'll take pictures and I'm going to bag it up, and I'll be back. I'm not Joe Biden. Come on. Now it's me, guys. Palm Beach Pete. Gotta run for mayor. Do you have a message for the Turning Point USA team? Oh, I sure do. First, I'd like to ask them, do you know that your organization worked hand in hand with LDS and the Vatican and the United States government, meaning Trump and, the FBI, like Kash Patel, and of course Governor Cox, and probably the University of Utah, they'd have to be in on it, right? Of course. And then there's local law enforcement. Did you know that all of those people are involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk? And since they murdered Charlie Kirk, and so far have gotten away with it, I mean, they won't forever, don't worry about that. The prosecution presented to the court detailed evidence proving the guilt of the defendants, including with live eyewitness testimonies, legal affidavits, coroner's reports, forensic artifacts, extensive documentation, video and photographic evidence, and church, government, and corporate records and correspondence. How do you like that? Donald Trump. And the Ninth Circle Cult, snuff films, and such. During the trial's third week, the court received remarkable new evidence from sources within the Church of Rome in America. This evidence revealed the involvement of Donald Trump, Pope Robert Prevost, and Cardinal Timothy Dolan and his church associates in the murders of Charlie Kirk, Mormon church leader Russell Nelson, because he didn't want to merge with the Vatican, Virginia Giuffre, Deutsche Bank officers Valentine Broeksmit and Thomas Bowers. I think they were about to give testimony or a statement to the FBI, right? Something like that. Anyway, Reverend Joe Moreno of Buffalo, New York. This evidence sheds more light on the extent of the Ninth Circle cult's operations in America and their close association with the Mormon and Vatican assassination agencies, known respectively as the Danites and Santa Alianza. Just awful, awful human beings who need a tremendous amount of prayer. They're causing so much pain and suffering. It's just terrible. It's terrible. So then, as part of the Mormon Old Guard, Nelson resisted this move, this merger that talks about right here. All right? Between the Vatican and the Mormons. They merged. Nelson resisted this move and tried to prevent the amalgamation of IOR assets with those of his church. IOR, that's the Vatican Bank. It goes back to the 80s. Well, I mean, obviously it goes back a lot further than that, but it goes to the 80s in the video that I've been working on forever that I haven't gotten out yet. Anyway, Charlie Kirk was privy to this conflict and sympathetic to Nelson's position. Do you remember at that event, Charlie Kirk said, "We love Mormons," right? Think about that right before he got shot. Think about that. They didn't like that, but he said it. And I think he said it because he didn't want them to merge with the Catholics. I guess he saw a lot of good in people. I don't know. Maybe he was corrupt, just not as evil, wicked, as these people. Maybe he just wasn't into sacrificing children and stuff. Or maybe he really was just, a pretty decent human being. I don't know. But this is damning. But as one who was also aware of Donald Trump's role in the murder of Giuffre, Broeksmit, and the others forenamed, Kirk was a double liability for both Trump and the Vatican, particularly for Pope Leo, Robert Prevost, who's saying, oh my gosh, so he is the Antichrist right now. They're trying to put him into place, but I think everybody's going to totally see through it. Thanks to the help of men like Kevin Annett. Okay, actually, I'm not going to fill it out because they require an email address and I don't want them spamming my email too. My good Lord. Look at this, though. Jewish ambassador. No, I'm sorry, the Greek ambassador. Kimberly Guilfoyle, whatever, Trump Jr.'s ex-fiance or whoever. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with them. They're so, depraved when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's really hard to keep track of who the girlfriend is, the ex-wife, the ex-fiance, all that stuff. But that's weird that she's like the face of it. That's just weird, isn't it? And then to donate because you see her face, it's weird. I just hung up. That guy was who answered has no idea what he's doing. So I asked for my name to be taken off the list. And I guess he was just okay, didn't really seem to know what to do. He was kept asking me to hold, but I didn't want to get put on hold. And then finally he asked me for my name and my phone number. I said, no, I'm not giving you my phone number. He said, well, I can't locate your name on the list, so I'm going to enter it. I'm like, no, that's the whole point of this conversation is to get me out of that list. Get me off the list. You're not putting more information on the list. Holy cow. And I asked how they could have possibly have gotten my address. He had no idea, of course. He doesn't know anything. He's just doing what he's told, and that's probably just really basic stuff, answering phones and getting money. So, if you get anything in the mail from Turning
You have to
USA, you know, if it's like a government document or something, just don't open it in your house. And maybe just wear glasses and a mask and gloves. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them for a second. They're up to something. We know they're up to something, and it's no good. So let's not give them any kind of assistance. And certainly pray over it for sure. Whether you open it or throw it in the trash, make sure that you pray first. Pray immediately. Get in good standings. You know, get in good standings. Think about the Sabbath. I think that's the biggest mistake that Christians make, is they no longer honor the Sabbath. Start with the Sabbath, and then everything else should fall into place. Took me a while to get the whole honor the parents thing, because I had just not a good situation there. You know, you got to find that happy place of forgiveness and, you know, moving on, so that you can, when needed to reflect, you can do so in a way that's not harming yourself, right? So get right with God and make sure that you're honoring those 10 commandments. And then pray. And I do believe He will protect you. I do believe He will heal you. I do believe He will save you. I do. And I guess that's just the message of today. You know, wake up happy. Deal with the baloney that our government throws at us every day. And then move on quick. And go about with that happiness. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, Jill, I just have to put the letter away. I'll be right there.
You should hear some of the weird songs that I made up when I was younger. Really, I was weird. I was. I'm not weird anymore. I need a baseball cap. I don't wear this anymore, now that I know the truth about it, but I think, you can tell, look, you see the dust coming off? Oh my gosh. I should just put it in the trash, but it's more of a prop now. NFL. I know, all of it. I see through all of it. Organized sports, like this whole, all, like WWE is a really bad one. And how do we know? Okay, we'll just look at Vince McMahon and his wife on the Board of Education. I think my head grew. I can't, it's hard to do it. I'm trying to get into that place. I can't get there. Oh, darn. But I did look up the witch's stare, and it's an actual thing. So don't engage. Don't engage with these psychopaths. Don't open their mail. Don't watch their videos. Nothing. Because they're literal psychopaths and they're Satanists, and they're going to be casting spells, and they're going to try to trip you up every which way they possibly can. All right? Do not engage. You have a great day. a really great day, guys. A really good day. I twitch, do the eye twitch. When I was in college, what? When I was in college, I used to do this thing to keep the boys away. Boys wouldn't leave me alone. I wonder why, right? I mean, not only did it turn out, I didn't know it at the time, but I was really pretty. And plus I had the horse spirit too. So I was a boy magnet, but you know, it got to a point where I didn't like it. I just wanted to go out with my friends and have a good time. So I would do this. Boy would come and sit down next to me and offer to buy me a drink, and I didn't care who he was. And I would just be like, you know, talking normal, and all of a sudden I'd go, oh, you know, as an example, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work at an art gallery. And then I wait a little while, and then like I talk normal for a bit, and then I do it again. It worked every time. Every single time. So ladies, you want to keep the boys away? The little horn dogs that have no self-control. You don't want anything to do with these guys anyway. Men with no self-control are dangerous. Stay away from these perverts. But that's how you do it. You act like you have a tick. I'm telling you, 99% of the time it works 120% of the time. It's another PSA. That one's free. You're welcome.